Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome to a brand new Civilization 6 Let's Play series. We are going to be playing as Colombia this time, Gran Colombia, playing as Simón Bolívar. We just finished up a game with Lady Six Sky, I guess last week, well, time-wise. If you guys have not checked that out, I definitely recommend it. It was a lot of fun playing with Lady Six Sky and the new Maya civilization. But this time we're going to play Gran Colombia, which is the other civilization that was introduced into the first, kind of content pack for the... what is it called? The New Frontier Pass. And so these are the two civilizations. We're going to go ahead and put Lady Six Sky in here, although that is going to make things a little bit difficult. As we know, she is really strong on the science. But we are definitely going for a domination victory. That is what Simón, I think, Bolivar is going to be best at. Doing just strong combat, really just taking it to his enemies. And I think that's going to be awesome. We're going to be obviously playing on Deity. We are going to leave just kind of the disaster intensity where it normally is, just normal level. I'm not going to play with apocalypse mode right now because I really want to experience Gran Colombia kind of just as it's meant to be, so to speak. I think apocalypse mode will throw a little bit too much in there that could kind of just mess with some of the stuff. It's going to be, I think, fun to try out sometime, and I will try it out, but I just don't want to try it out with my first playthrough of Gran Colombia. And then we're going to play on Pangaea because I want to be able to give, it's a little bit easier to have Conquest for someone who's land conquest base, which Gran Colombia is, on a map that's, just a big, land mass and stuff like that. So that'll help us out a little bit. Here's the game random seed and the map random seed if for some reason you guys like the start and want to have it for yourselves. But I think that's all we're going to do. Let's get into the game. I'm looking forward to this. I haven't done a conquest in a while, have I? Yeah, it's been a little while, I think.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest. From this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars. You could have followed the whims of your colleagues, Simón Bolívar. But instead you chose to become the liberator. Hardships never dissuaded you. So hold fast to your ideals and lead your republic into a new age of prosperity.
Well, as Sean Bean says, it's Simón Bolívar, which makes sense. Let's get in here. Ooh, we got a lot of desert early off. But it does give us mountains to our west, which, helps us a little bit of a defensive, start with our capital. Our capital's in a little bit of a defensive mode. We do have a lake up here, which is going to help us kind of defend off a little bit as well. River over here to the east. So from a defensive standpoint, which is still important early in the game, until we can really build up our military and stuff like that, we're in a good spot in that regard. The desert's going to be a little bit rough, but we can always just plop districts on the deserts themselves. And then still have all this land out here to improve. 3 T right here. 3 luxury resource Ts. 4 T up there, if you count that one. Not bad. We could move up, settle on where this thing recommends right here by the lake. Down here, though, we're actually, near... well, the geothermal fisher's not really going to help us that much early because it's only worth 1 science. It's not the most amazing start, but I think it's really strong defensively, and it's still got a lot of green here for us to be able to grow pretty strong. It's not necessarily a lot of production, but I think it's still going to be a pretty good start overall. We got another river here, so we got some other settle opportunities. We may move our warrior here in a second, but before we get into anything, let's actually get in over here and check out what makes Gran Colombia so special. First off, you get this Campaña Admirable, however you say that. Earn a Commandant General when the game enters a new era. So we're going to get, X number of however many eras we're able to get through. I don't know how many we're going to actually get through before we conquer the world. But, 4, 5, 6, Commandant Generals, which the Commandant Generals are a special type of great person only available to us. Each has unique abilities, including a passive effect and a retire effect. They're basically just really beefed up generals. We could look at it that way. My understanding is they stack with regular generals as well, unless they've changed that recently. I think the intro early game, they definitely when they first came out with the patch, they stacked. So I think that's still a thing. We can still recruit obviously regular generals along with these guys with that in mind. He also gets this I think it's Ejército Patriota, something like that. +1 movement to all units. promoting a unit does not end that unit's turn. This is massive. The promoting a unit that does not end a unit's turn is pretty good. It's going to come in handy, you know, sometimes. It's not like the most amazing thing, but it's good. You know, there's definitely nothing wrong with that. Making a unit a little bit stronger right before you attack is always a good thing. But this +1 movement to all units. That counts for workers, that counts for settlers, that counts for your naval ships, that counts for your land unit. I mean, anything. Everything and anything. Even your religious units, presumably. So there could be some benefits there. But +1 movement to all units is absolutely, absolutely amazing. He also gets the Llanero here, which is Gran Colombian Industrial Area unit that replaces the cavalry. It's got a low maintenance cost, +4 combat strength for every adjacent Llanero, and he fully heals when in range of a Commandant General that activates his retire ability. So if we retire a general, Commandant General, I should say, these guys will fully heal. So getting these guys online and having a bunch of them next to each other is really going to be pretty critical. And then we get the Hacienda. Unlocks the builder ability to construct Hacienda, +2 gold, +1 production. So that's going to be a way for us to get some production, and +1 housing. He also gets +1 food for every 2 adjacent plantations, increased to every plantation with replaceable parts. And plantations and haciendas receive +1 production for every 2 adjacent haciendas, increased to every hacienda with rapid deployment. Can only be built on plains, plains hills, grassland, and grassland hills. So these are plantations, aren't they? So we're gonna be able to surround these T guys with some haciendas around here and be able to get a lot of production, a lot of food, a lot of gold, lots of stuff. So I think with the fact that these are plantations, if I remember correctly, these are gonna make this pretty awesome overall. So I think this is actually gonna be a pretty good start. Now, do we start in place or do we move? Would be actually probably the only other question. I don't want to move closer to the T because I still want to be able to like put a hacienda here, for example. I mean, I can move up to up here, but that puts me farther away from this T. Honestly, I think I'm okay with just settling in place. We don't have any planes to get a little extra boost from that. But we're going to be able to work the 3 food right away, or the 2 food, 2 production, 2 food, 2 production. Any of those are going to be good. Here's another 3 food. So we're going to have a lot of good options for the first, 3 or 4 people that we put down, citizens we put down. I think that's okay. I mean, it's arguments to be made to move a few other places, but honestly, I think this is going to be okay. Let's go ahead and move you up to here. We got some rice up here. That's going to be some more helpful food bonuses and things like that. Again, production is going to be a little bit light until we get our haciendas down, but we're going to have a lot of food and growth and stuff, so I think that's still going to be pretty useful for us. All right, let's go ahead and found it here. I think this is going to be just fine. It will remove the woods, but I think that's okay. So we got Bogota here, and again, we're going to Conquest, so we want to be able to go after whoever we find first. And we definitely want to get plantations down pretty early on, which is up here. When do we get the haciendas? I actually don't know. I'm assuming it's probably in the culture side of things, if I had to guess. I don't see it just right off the bat. I can search for it, obviously. Or I could just go to up here. And so Gran Colombia. And the hacienda... Civics Mercantilism. Mercantilism is pretty late, isn't it? Oh wow, that's way up here. We are a long ways away from being able to benefit from that. That's going to be a bit rough. So we are going to have some production issues pretty early on, unfortunately. So we at least have a couple woods nearby. The deer here that we can improve at some point. It's still going to be a bit rough until we get those haciendas down. They do come a little bit later than I was expecting. But I think we'll go with this. I think it's still going to be okay. I mean, if anything else, it makes it a little bit more of a challenge, which I'm okay with a little bit extra challenge. Let's go ahead and grab Animal Husbandry. It's going to get us the camp. It's going to reveal horses. And it's also going to get us close to archery, which we are probably going to need if we find some baddies early on. Let's go ahead and get the early scout. I think that's okay. I mean, there's an argument to be made to get early slinger. But I think the scout's going to be alright. We got to find out where these other guys are. And also find out where we're going to put some new cities down. We definitely want to get some cities down pretty quickly. Some tobacco, I should say. So there's some more hacienda places. And it's a little bit more plain stuff up here. So some better production, thankfully. I mean, bunch of lakes up here, which is interesting. Oh, there's the tundra. So we are near the top of the map. In fact, we can see the top of the map. So unlikely to be anybody up here. There might be somebody over here. There could be somebody over this way. Definitely nobody. I can't imagine there's going to be anybody straight north of us. So we have a little bit of space to expand up that way. So that might help a little bit. gonna come back around this way. Oh, hello. Mitla? I don't recognize Mitla. That seems like a new one, doesn't it? And they give us... City growth rate is 15% higher than cities with a campus district. Not bad. And they want us to train an archer, and they'll give us some more bonuses that way. We didn't have a kind of goody hut yet, did we? No. We're just going to swing down here. And there's a lot of desert over here. I mean, did anybody say Petra? I don't know. If there's a lot of hills, that would be pretty awesome. I was like, I'm going to be honest. For a split second, I was like, wait a minute. Why does this warrior have 3 movement? Oh, yeah. Our extra movement. In that case, honestly, I might have been fine without the scout, but we've already got it mostly built now. We might as well finish it off. But yeah, I completely forgot about the extra movement for a second there. There's some amber down there. A lot of desert over here to the west, which does mean it's less likely there's going to be any civilizations popping up over here. It's just not really good land. So I think that's going to be okay for us. I mean, I guess the scout also gets extra movement, which is pretty awesome. I definitely want to get a settler here very, very soon. Probably go ahead and knock out a builder real quick. I mean, I really need to get a slinger. You know what? We're going to get some barbarians really soon. I know we are. It always happens. Let's get the slinger out. That's going to give us the bonus for
I'm fond of pigs.
archery if we can get a kill with it.
Dogs look up to us. Cats.
So we have some horses way up there. That's a maze over here. It's one of the new resources from the New Frontier Pass. We could put a few turns into this and just be ready for it. Getting to know where iron is would be very critical for our next city as well. Obviously getting up to campuses, getting some of that rolling. Always a good idea. I'm going to start working on mining. I want to get to where we can find where the iron and stuff like that is. I mean, I think that's going to be very critical for us as well. We're going to come through here, I guess. I want to bring the warrior back home at this point. There's a lot of desert. Which, again, kind of gives us an interesting natural barrier against anybody coming close to us early on. I mean, we're still going to want to be able to get out of our own little spot here. Okay, so we got Scotland. Having both Scotland and Maya in the game is going to make science definitely a big challenge for us. We're not going to be competing with science for these guys, I don't think, anytime soon at all. And we'd have to really just work on the military side of things and really conquer them that way, which they're going to have a bit of an advantage there. They're going to be more advanced than us and most of the time. Something to think about. Definitely think we want to get some early campuses down. I mean, learning from that Maya game, campuses, I mean, obviously we're not going to get campuses as strong as Maya had, but just getting the campuses down is just going to be such a big deal. Is this ocean already? It is coast. Indian Ocean at that. I mean, interesting. Hopefully we have some decent spots to expand up here. Maybe out this way. Really like to try and get a kill with you. Alright, we want to get an early settler as soon as possible. That is going to be absolutely critical here. Can't fall behind too much more than we already are, which we are pretty far behind. Obviously, I want to get an early campus here in a little bit as well. We've already got the Methodist civilization, so we can go straight to this. You know, let's go ahead and go straight for writing. Let's get a campus down as soon as possible. I mean, science is critical for domination just as much as anything else, so let's go ahead and go that route. Not finding any early goody huts is kind of interesting in a not so great way, if I must be honest. There's a barbarian. Where'd you come from? You had to come up from way over here. I mean, I think there's gonna be another barbarian up here. There's a goody hut. We'll go snag that. I mean, I could send the warrior over here, but without knowing where the barbarian encampment is, I don't know that's really going to help us. We'll just... Oh, he's getting chased down anyway. So it looks like he's going to be dead soon. Which is good by me. We actually don't have any barbarians right this second. So I think we're going to grab survey just for a little bit. It's not going to help for a long, long time. It's going to help her a little bit here as we do a little bit more scouting. Just, you know, maybe get some extra stuff on my scout. We'll go ahead and pick up foreign trade here. It's already boosted. I think that it's going to be just fine. Grab the goodie hut. We got an envoy. Interesting. We also see that there is some barbarians up here. Sure. Is this going to actually save some time? This counts as a unit, right? Or does it not? Does it not count as an actual unit? I assumed settlers did, but they appear not to. Okay. Yeah, we'll just send that slinger up there to try and deal with this a little bit. I mean, sending it by itself is a little risky. Oh, no, I think it did count, because we went from 8 to 6. So that's good. That's helpful. Another goodie hut. That's going to be very helpful. Swing back up here. Hello, settler. Would be lovely to snatch you, but I don't think we're going to be doing that. Because, well, I mean, we're not super weak compared to Scotland right this second, but we wouldn't be able to take it from the slinger, so that's not going to be anything that happens. Oh, of course we get a blizzard up here. Where's the... It's right there. Okay. Got some free horses, I guess. Let's get out of this blizzard if we can. I kind of don't really know where we're going to go at this moment. There's a lot of desert over here. Oh, there's the Barbarian Encampment. I kind of want to come back this way, although that's kind of what that slinger is going to do. You know what? Let's just put you on auto explore for now. It's going to be fine. We'll just go around and do some stuff. Don't know if I have to babysit you right this second. All right, 5 turns on our next settler.
I thought clay must feel happy
Very
in
critical.
the good potter's hand.
Oh, we didn't take damage from that. I thought we would have taken damage from the blizzard. Hello. I don't want to scoot up just yet. I will scoot up next turn and take a shot next turn, hopefully. At least that's the plan. Or you're going to come out and shoot me. Never mind. And actually probably kill me if I don't do anything. I can move into the woods. There's a good chance he just... You know what? We're just going to move back to here. He won't be able to chase me down right away. And I might be able to get a little bit of a heal off. You're going to be able to come out here and attack that guy at least.
It were we.
I mean, you're stronger than me at the moment, but you're not like necessarily especially strong. Do I want to just heal for a tick? I don't know if we can survive against this guy. I mean, we're in the woods now. I think we back up some more and try and get at least a heal off before he gets close to me. I mean, I don't want my warrior to go too far because I want it to be able to escort this settler here in just a moment. But trying to chase this guy down a little bit, it's probably not a terrible thing. Moving up here to get near the horses, probably not a bad idea. Being near the tobacco and stuff, there's pearls. I kind of like that direction, to be honest. I'm not really seeing much down this way. And we got incense, but there's a lot of desert down here. Kind of feel like this up here is probably our best move. Could settle just on top of the rice, as it's suggesting, which isn't the worst idea in the world. Doesn't get me the horses though. No, wait, 1, 2. It gets me these horses over here eventually, which this one would too, to be fair. One thing about settling on the rice is, sure, we lose the rice. It's a farm, you know, whatever. But it means we're not settling on like this. We're just giving some production early on. Production's kind of important right now. We're a little bit low, a little bit lackluster on the production. Honestly, it's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, we're going to lose it. So it doesn't really help us in that regard. But there's a lot of, I think there's still plenty of food around. And I think just getting the production is going to be helpful. We're going to be able to work the tea, you know, pretty early on. Get us a little bit extra science. Normally, I don't like to settle on resources, and usually the best resources to settle on are like maybe luxuries or something like that, because you get the you automatically get the luxury from doing that. But I think this is actually going to be okay. I mean, I could settle one of these other places that doesn't have the forest or the rice, but I don't think we're going to need the rice. You know, I think we're going to get plenty of food from this. Got all these other ways to get food. I think we're going to be okay. All right, can't do the campus yet. So, could swap to a builder. We could also swap to another military unit, which is probably a good idea. Let's just knock us out another warrior real quick. And I think I'll be happy with that. I'm sending this settler currently unescorted, but this slinger is still in the area. So I think I'm okay with that. Needless to say, I'm not too worried at the moment. It's really having trouble tracking down this scout. I mean, we do have extra movement, but so does the scout. So we're having trouble getting on them. Did find Kabul, which is... They want us to get a government plaza. Units receive double experience from battles in it. That's pretty good, honestly. The Alcazar provides +2 culture, provides science equal to 50% of the tiles appeal. That's really strong as well. There's some really strong stuff here. I mean, I don't know how good our appeal is right now, but I mean, even just something with like 3 or 4 appeal is going to get us a couple science. Cannot go wrong with that. I think we're okay with settling here. Honestly, like I said, T's going to be right there pretty close. We're going to be able to get over to the cattle. Horses are within range. We're going to be able to get a plantation up here, and a plantation here as well, to be able to get some of those haciendas later in the game. Yeah, no, I think I'm okay with this. And actually have decent housing at the moment. I could do a monument, make sure we're still a little bit sort of relevant with the culture. I think getting an early builder, though, is probably okay. We're already getting a military unit here.
Writing means share.
Writing, so we can put our campus down here in a moment, which we definitely will want to get. Let's go and start working on bronze working, although I probably will jump off of it relatively early. Or I could try and see if I can get a kill with my slinger here. Easier said than done at the moment. That's fine. I think this is okay. And really nothing for you to do. Taruga. 5% in all cities for each different improved strategic resource they have. Ooh, it's not bad. Not bad at all. Couple science things nearby are actually going to be pretty good for us. Help us get a little bit of a boost on our science that, you know, we might be struggling with in general. So I'm pretty okay with that. All right, I kind of want to just send this warrior back up here again, or maybe even up here to help deal with this barbarian encampment. I may do that. Oh, did I say we're going to have trouble with science? I mean, Arabia is pretty good on the science. I mean, I don't think they're quite as strong as either Scotland or the Maya, but they're pretty strong. They're very, very high up there on the science. And they're also going to be good on the religion, of course, but they can pump out some science as well. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting start. All right, let's go ahead and take this shot here. I mean, we're not going to be able to get the kill right away. Try to get a little bit of damage on the thing. Definitely starting to have some problems with barbarians, so I see that as going to be our first big hurdles to overcome. Wow, you got a lot of decent units already. Where are you? You're way over here somewhere? Yeah, you're way down there. Thankfully, you're on the other side of Scotland, so really Scotland is our only enemy early on. It's still going to be tough to deal with, quite frankly, again, because of their science boost, but if we can keep them low on the amenities and stuff like that, right? Because that's their thing, right? Let me remind myself. It's been a little while. I obviously played Scotland, but it's been a little while. Yeah, happy cities generate extra scientists and great engineers, stuff like that. But also happy cities receive an additional +5% science and +5% production. Ecstatic cities double all these amounts. So yeah, keeping them away from luxuries, or, you know, getting rid of their luxuries, things like that, is going to be a way to deal with them for sure. All right. One turn on the warrior. Still got the scouts running around. Thankfully, Granada is here, helping us out a little bit. Thankfully, you stayed nearby, so I can get another shot off on you. I do want to go ahead and knock out the campus. We just finished another warrior, so we're good there. I was going to say, I thought the campus here would be pretty strong. Could buy out to this and put a campus there, but honestly, why not just put it here? I think this is going to be plenty strong. 4 science. I mean, there is an argument to put it over here just to not have it right next to our city and leave this open for something else later, but no, I think this is okay. I might want to save the science for something else anyway. Honestly, I might actually want to buy a builder once we get to 200, which won't take too long. All right, we're going to go ahead and move This warrior up as well. I don't know that we need to move all of our warriors, but since Granada's kind of helping us out down here, I think I'm okay with moving them up there. You have either you just got a hill or this is a different slinger. I wasn't paying attention, honestly. Or a scout, I mean. A little extra XP. I am happy with that. What are we working here? I probably should have locked this in early. I mean, honestly, getting the science early and the production, probably okay. I mean, usually I like to go growth. One science makes a lot of difference this early in the game, though. So I think I'm okay with that. We're actually generating 7.2 science per turn right now, which is kind of crazy for me. I don't usually generate that much early on. You know what? Actually, I don't need a heal because since I can promote and move at the same time on the same turn, I can risk these guys a little bit more. I can try and get the XP to get them the promotion, which gets them a heal, and I can still attack and things like that. We'll be nice. Actually, what I should have done is I should have just played a little bit nicer with these in general, but that's okay. We don't have trade routes. We don't have naval units. I do think we want to go ahead and grab this though now. And +1 production at all cities is pretty good, but I do want to get our Pantheon at least. No, don't close that yet. We'll confirm that. How far away from the Pantheon are we? Still a little ways away. We still got a ways to go, unfortunately. We could work... I mean, we could get up to the tobacco and get some extra faith that way, which would be pretty useful. We are going to improve 3 tiles soon-ish, so we'll go with that. You're going to go ahead and move up to here. You're going to go ahead and actually take your promotion first, because then we can still attack. I think just volley is just fine here. And, oh, you're going to get the kill. That's good. That's perfect. And in fact, I'm going to go ahead and swap right over to archery right now, because getting us an archer is going to make a huge difference. Oh, you killed that Barbarian Encampment. And that one. Wow, these aggro city-states. I mean, it's possible that Scotland did that one as well, but these aggro city-states are, military-based ones are pretty tough. All right, one of you guys go back to there. That's going to be okay. I guess the other one can just sit here in the city and then, I don't know, we can do whatever with the slinger. I'll just move you there for now. I mean, I could start scouting out this way, which I might as well. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and keep scouting. Same thing with you. We're going to, at least with you two guys. I'll leave one guy back home for now, just to cover our backsides a little bit. And I think that's going to be okay. Still 17 turns on the builder here. Oh, we can buy a builder. My bad. I meant to do that, I guess, 4 or 5 turns ago. I could also buy a trader, which would start getting us some gold, which would then get us some... We could then buy a builder sooner. I think the trader has to be the first, actually. Getting the trader sooner, which does mean I'm kind of glad we didn't buy the builder, because we just got the trader thing, what, 2 turns ago? So I think that's okay. Yeah, just fine there. Hello, Mr. Scout. I guess just chill for a second, although you're about to get attacked, unfortunately. Or not. Hello, Barbarian Encampment. And hello, Barbarian Scout. Maybe around this way, but I'm okay with that. Alright, I mean, we could go for some early production, or we can go for some early science. Actually, I think the early science is absolutely the best move. Plus, this is a relatively safe path between here and Scone. If we go Scone first, then we can get a trade depot here, which will then help us, get more from Sterling. So I think that is the right move. And neither one of these currently has the thing to give us, extra envoys for sending them a trade route. So I think Scone is definitely where we want to go. We're actually, for the people we know about, 2nd place in science, which not saying much. It's only 10 science, but hey, I'm pretty happy with that. All right, we're going to move you back down this way. Ah, there's a goody hut. Perfect. Hopefully we can get to that first. Yeah, so now we're making 9 gold per turn, I should say, which is going to make the builder come up pretty quickly. Okay, Herald, I'm not even remotely worried about, because Herald is, obviously a little bit stronger on coastal stuff, and we're on a Pangaea map. Now that's not to say can't do, land-based combat, because he does have his, what is it, the Viking Huskars, or whatever they're called. I forget what they're actually called. Norway. Berserkers, that's what they're called. So he's got these, which are pretty tough, to be honest. And they're good at pillaging and things like that. But not necessarily the best unit in the game, if I had to be perfectly honest. So we can move here and then still attack, right? Because you are on just plain old Tundra, right? Yeah. And that gives us a little bit of a defensive advantage. We don't need to get the slinger up there right away necessarily. I mean, it's still good to move this way, just because we might still get a shot off, but we've already got the kill with them, so I'm okay with that. What we really need now is to get the 3 kills for bronze working. Put a couple more turns into bronze working. I really want to get that as soon as we're able to get that 3rd kill. Although that's only going to give us our 2nd kill, that one up there, unfortunately. Right, we'll go up here. Still want to get the goody hut. I mean, we're a ways away from the builder. We'll probably swap off craftsmanship because we are going to get a builder. So I'm not too worried about that. I mean, I could take an attack, but I think the right thing here to do is just... Because we're not going to get enough to get an XP to get a upgrade right away. We need 2 hits to get XP for that. So what we can do is we can fortify to heal. If both these guys attack me, that gives us XP, right? I think that'll work. Let's move you up to here. I'm not going to move you up just yet. We'll move up next turn. Not that I could have anyway, because of the direction I went, but I think that worked out okay. Hey, early empire, we got some extra pop. That's actually pretty useful. Population this early in the game is pretty massive. All right, one more turn on bronze working. Fire. Oh no! See, this is a new disaster, which we didn't really see much in our last game. I think we saw it like just 1 or 2 times, which I don't even think it mattered because it was in a location that. Or did we even see it last game? Maybe we didn't. I don't actually remember. But it's kind of interesting. You know, it starts burning down the forest, but then when the forest grows back, it gets a little bit extra boost. I don't know if it's food or production, but it gets something back later. It could burn down both these forests, which, you know, would be unfortunate, but it's kind of an interesting new mechanic. It's kind of cool. What I really want to see is a Meteor Strike, because a Meteor Strike gives us a free heavy cavalry unit, which is awesome. You already have 251 on military strength. Crazy. All right, so I didn't know. I guess it makes sense you can swing out there because you can move here, but then you can't attack from there, right? Or do we not have? We might not even have adjacency stuff yet. I may be just misthinking about what's going on here. All right, so this is okay. I don't think it matters who. Guess we'll just weaken him more, so that way you can do a little bit better job here. Could go to there, but this is okay. Let's get the kill. Does give us a promotion, which is awesome. All right, we're going to go back on auto explore, I think. And we can swap off bronze working. We will hopefully kill a 3rd barbarian soon-ish. I don't know that we're going to be mining a resource right away. We should be able to farm a resource though. So let's go and pick up a little bit of turns into irrigation. We're going to need it for our plantations anyway. 2 turns on our campus, which will help us stay relevant on the science. It's interesting that Norway has actually got more science than we do right now. Oh, we're actually at 33 minutes, so we're a little bit over time. So we're going to put a cut in here. When we come back, we will finish off our campus. Hopefully track us down another barbarian unit to be able to kill. Maybe that scout, although that scout's going to be running away pretty fast. Obviously get us a builder out. We got a lot of things going on. Definitely want to get a 3rd city out pretty soon. In fact, after this campus, we may be going for a settler here in Bogota to be able to get a 3rd city, maybe even a 4th city pretty quickly. Getting to that 5-6 city range as quickly as possible is going to be pretty critical for us to be able to have that critical mass of cities that we need to really sustain ourselves. We're in an interesting spot, though. I mean, tundra to the north, desert to the south and west, mountains all around, rivers, you know, to protect us a little bit. I feel pretty safe for the most part. I'm hoping there's a lot more expansion to the east here. We'll see. But anyway, I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.